What a wonderful finale. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, episode 10. Start things off though. We have Pearl freaking out at school, Nico having to text Harry for Peter to hurry up and get to school because he's out fighting crime. Anyway, Nico wanted to go for a stop to buy some time. That's where we have her finally finishing up this project, meaning Pearl and Emma get called out, Peter missing, and as they're about to present, out of nowhere comes Peter running through the doorway, and he brings the diorama out, and it is just ruined. Emma ended up clutching it up for him, though, so she's the MVP as well as Nico in this first part. Moving from this is where Peter is at Oscorp's, and it is Big Project Day. So, instead of presenting these projects to Mr. Osborn like we thought, they go to this special room. And the name of this project, I have it written down. What was it called? It was called Project Monolith. So, Project Monolith ends up being revealed slowly to them. Mr. Osborn is going on and on about getting these resources and stuff like this. And everyone there is just horrified. All the students are. Anyway, as they're getting ready to fire this baby up, that's where we have a response. And it just happens all of a sudden before anything can really get took off. Doctor Strange shows up. So this was huge. Having Doctor Strange appear was just insane in itself, just trying to stop this. Mr. Osborn is looking like a real villain here. So everything he's done up till now looked good. He's had some questionable stuff that's happened in the last 2 or 3 episodes, but this one, it was kind of like a final straw, I would say. But from here, this is where he has Doctor Strange subdued with some type of sound guns, and as they're firing this thing up, and it's working, we get to see the moon like very close up, and it just seems like another planet, right? Anyway, Doctor Strange kind of uses his powers to subdue the guards that were doing the sound waves, and it just goes crazy because out of nowhere shows up a Cenobite that is a Venom. And this Venom ends up going berserko. Everyone there is panicking, just figuring out what to do. It's just insane. But we have Peter that retreats out and he gets into his costume. And we have our first superhero team up, Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. So that was really cool to watch the two of them go at it. Anyway, we get everyone brought out of there. Room is cleared. Mr. Osborn's trying to explain himself. He's like, "Oh, Peter, I didn't mean to do this." We look into his eyes and we can see, nah, man, you really meant to do this. You really goofed yourself. From all of this, though, we have Peter trying to fix this generator to try and put this Venom somewhere else to get him away from here. But something kind of massive happens. So as Doctor Strange starts trying to kind of distract him, he opens up this portal, and this portal takes us to another universe, I would say parallel. And during this big scuffle, we also had those bunch of caged animals that were coming from that collection of Dr. Ock stuff. There was a spider, and the spider escaped midway through the fight, and I was wondering what the spider was. But on top of that, we had this portal open up that is a parallel portal. Doctor Strange and Venom go into it, and this is where we see it's right above the high school, like the very first episode. So we go from the first episode to episode 10, but we go 10 to number 1. It is just insane. So we get to first see how it all started from where it actually started. This is where it started. It's that crazy. Anyway, Doctor Strange does the whole entire fight. Peter gets bit again. Things just get started over. We get back to this project room. The portal is finally working. And whenever it starts working, we get to see there's many other Venoms in it. It's like a bunch of Simobites. Anyway, they're trying to figure out how to stop the other Venoms from getting in, or the Cenobites. So Doctor Strange is having to block it. Peter Parker gets to fight pretty well. He like starts swinging the Venom, and then he gets thrown into it. Finally, Peter closes the portal as Doctor Strange is trying to keep them inside. Boom. That was kind of the end of that. And it was really sad. But if you watch that very final moment, we actually got to see the Cenobite come back in through this portal, like a little bit of the Venom. So there is an existing piece of this Venom, which is coming up in the grand finale of this video. Moving along with this, they kind of go off each on their own. And this is something that is kind of cool. So Harry, Nico, and Peter are hanging out together. We already know that this whole project is done with Oscorp. So Oscorp students are all dismissed. He's hit big headlines. It's just done. It's done so. But Nico shoots an idea to Harry. Hey, you can use your money, hire people like Peter to do good things rather than having a giant corporation like your dad to tell him what to do. So Harry goes along with that idea and he's feeling it. It was pretty cool that that was decided. From this, we kind of go through another bigger part. So Harry's trying to invite people. It's like trying to say goodbye to everyone pretty much. And I thought that was a really great way to do it. One of the people on Harry's list that he was wanting to invite was called Ned. And that reminds me of Spider-Man's best friend in all the other series is a Ned. So I'm wondering if a friendship's about to spark with this Ned. Or what's going on? I felt like that was an Easter egg, sort of. Really cool nonetheless. But everyone previously at Oscorp was also invited. I have a feeling one of them's going to be a spy. We also get some closure on Jean, who was seen secretly going into Mr. Osborn's office. And I believe this is who she is. So we get to see Daredevil come out beside of her as well. And she was invited to this program. So the belief was, I'm not a... What was the name of it? Blind Spot. It is Blind Spot. So I believe Jean is Blind Spot. I was saying Elektra, but Elektra made no sense. So that's finally the Daredevil connection. That's the sidekick for Daredevil back then. I would have known that if I didn't search it up. Really cool. We also get some closure on Nico. So in her necklace, this was something her mother gave her. And she's got these like circles. She's doing some like dark magic type of things. Every time she summons it up, she can talk to her mother. Are we going to get to see her mother later? I don't know. Just thought it was kind of interesting. Peter... Oh, this next part was something else that I was like kind of unsure about. So Aunt May kind of went out whenever Nico, Harry, and them are hanging out all together. But we see she's at the prison, and while she's there, she goes to the like meetup area, and the person she's meeting up with was unexpected. It ends up being Peter's dad, which I'm just like, what? Like, where are we going with this? And to top it all off with the big grand finale, we get to see Dr. Ock in his cell, and he has blueprints for the finalization of his Dr. Ock tentacles. So that's going to be really awesome to see as well in the upcoming series. I'll have some more information to talk about as far as one of the big characters coming up. Anyway, very enjoyable series. They kind of ended off with Peter swinging, just going on about what's happened up till now, and it just felt good. Anyway, get straight to the rating. I've yapped quite a bit. Feels sort of unnecessary, but gotta give a love letter to at least everyone I can. Oh, you know what? I forgot about Lonnie. Lonnie ditches the jacket, and he's gonna go get his GED. Don't really know, but he is gonna have an upcoming costume change. My bad, guys. Okay, now we can do the rating. So for the rating, I gotta say, this series is gotta be an 8.4. It's an 8.4 series. I recommend it. Come see the series. It's unique. Get past the art or the animation. You'll love it 100%. Very good stories on each character. Anyway, guys, I hope you stay safe. And until next time, peace out.